On your videos and Instagram, stranger to showing your success and being like flashy, showing your the watch collection, the cars and things like that. Is there a specific reason why you do that? So do you do that to get attention so people watch the videos? Do you do it because you want to back up what you're talking about? You're telling people how to make money, how to help them out. If you didn't show them how much you would earn or your wealth, then maybe they're less likely to listen to you.
I think, let me put it this way, with or without social media, I'm going to spend that money either way. With or without social media, I'm going to spend money either way. And you just need to look at my spending habits to understand that I've always just kind of been me. I think like in the last maybe 6 months, year, it's been cool to wear dress like a grandpa. I've been dressing like a grandpa for years. And that's just me. I've just always been doing that. And you've chosen to share that with people. Yeah, but it's because I'm sharing my life. It's not because I'm specifically manufacturing things. I'll give you a perfect example. I made tens of millions of dollars before this year, and I bought my first car for personal use in March. I mean, now so far this year I bought 7 cars because I've got more into it. But the point is, like, what people do when they make their first $1 million is they go buy a supercar, especially if they think that that's going to help them grow their brand. My brand was growing massively last year. I could have gone out and bought a fucking Bugatti or a this or a that easily. But I didn't, because that just wasn't authentic to me. Like, I really just did not give a shit about cars. And also, like, I think the other thing is, I moved to Dubai 2 years ago. When you live in London, having a car is a headache. It's a hassle. And even in London, the car that I own in London is just a black Range Rover, because you can't have anything nicer in London. It draws too much attention. It's gonna cause you issues. Security or not security, you just don't want to get yourself in certain situations. It's just unnecessary. So I think that's the other thing. Living in London, it was just, there's no point to have a nice car. It just seemed inconvenient to me, stuff like that. So
do you have a rule where you will spend a certain percentage of your income, or are you quite reckless with your spending?
No, actually, I ran the numbers the other day, and I actually figured out that I haven't been sticking to my rule in the opposite sense. I was like, I need to spend more money. No, I'm being serious. Like, obviously, and by the way, when I say spend money, I'm talking about like my free cash flow, as in money that I have personally taken out in dividends from my companies. If a company, like, I've had, for example, one of my software companies has done incredibly well in the last 18 months, but we keep all of our money in the company. So that doesn't mean that I can take the money out and this and that, et cetera, et cetera. I'm talking like responsible dividends, free cash flow to me, or from investments, that I have to spend a certain percentage of, which is 30%. So spend 30% and the other 70% gets saved and invested. And yeah, I actually ran the numbers the other day and found out that I've not been spending enough.
Is that why you've been going to the jet office?
No, I'll be honest. The jet it's always been a dream of mine, like, to buy a jet.
Do you think it could be one of those things where you get it and you're like, yeah, I don't want a jet anymore?
No, I'll be honest. We ran through the numbers, and I
watched it, and I think if you were to charter it out full time, you would only make a loss of 400 grand.
400 grand a year, correct. And then obviously the 25 odd million for the jet itself and the depreciation on the jet.
I can't imagine you chartering your jet though.
Me?
Yeah.
No,
listen, you do that?
Listen, I'll be honest. I've
letting little kids run around your jet.
Ever since I kind of grew a lot on social media, there's certain stuff I really have refrained from talking about, but like, there's properties I own that I use, but I also rent out. Because the way that I view things is, I don't view things as how much money did you spend on something, or in terms of fun assets. I don't look at how much money did you spend on it. It doesn't matter. Listen, someone could spend $50 million on an asset, and if they are guaranteed to return back $50 million, like guaranteed, that's the fire sale price, then it's not irresponsible. They're not spending money, they're just parking money.
Yeah.
So, I have some of these assets where if I was just to buy it, like some of my properties, if I was just to buy them and just have them sit empty, that's irresponsible. I need to look at that and go, am I being kind of dumb here? Could I just, in that point, might as well just rent, and you don't have all that money tied up. But I feel comfortable buying these properties in nice locations and getting to use them, because the other time they're rented out. So I kind of view it as like, I'm making a bit of money and I get to basically have these fun toys and villas and houses and stuff like that. So that was my thinking going, or that's the idea I wanted to explore going into jet business.